let's move on. But it's really about to piss some of y'all off, but you know me, I don't give a fuck. Let's talk about this trashy ass bitch. So apparently she's out here on her little MAGA grift, and she's being exposed by Politico. So her high profile embrace of the MAGA movement is now facing scrutiny after a new report claims a coordinated bot network helped amplify her political posts online. Because we already know it ain't just getting out there by itself. So now she's using bots to push her ridiculous agenda. And now you've been exposed. So let's get into the political article. So now Nicki Minaj spent the past year transforming herself from a polarizing rap superstar, well, we should call her washed up too, into a high-profile conservative provocateur, lobbying viral attacks at Democratic leaders, boosting MAGA talking points, and earning public praise from the fat fuck in the White House and his allies. Now, on social media, Minaj's pugnacious persona and sharp-edged posts, including repeated broadsides against former, well, not former yet, California Governor Gavin Newsom, have made her and I don't like him either, now made her a darling for the Trump administration, well, regime, it's not an administration, and the conservative movement, drawing millions of viewers and steady amplification from far-right influencers. But quietly humming in the background of her varied social media blitzes, a sophisticated army of bots was unconditionally praising and amplifying Minaj's content, according to a new report shared exclusively with Politico. The report, compiled by the disinformation detection company Cyabra, identifies a coordinated network of bots, more than 18,000 of them, that drove algorithms to spread Minaj's post on Twitter. Well, of course, look who's running it. Now, the analysis, which looked at social media activity from November 11th to December 28th, provides a window into how the rapper was able to capture millions of views online and position herself as a celebrity the White House found valuable in partnering with. You mean another coon that can tap dance there and spew their lies and their vitriol and their bullshit when they couldn't name not one goddamn song from her. Last month, Minaj, and let's also not forget, we have a president who couldn't tell the difference between Nicki Minaj and Nicki Jam. So, but he your favorite president. Okay. Minaj pointed the president at the Trump account summit, where Trump invited her on stage, showering her with praise, and recorded a chummy TikTok video with her afterward, saying, "We don't really see a lot of high volume, high impact orchestration of bad and fake actors within that intersection of the geopolitically driven and music culture." This is according to Dan Brammy, the CEO and founder of Cyabra. It is scarce in our field to see the combination of the bad and the fake online world with the entertainment world. The report found inauthentic accounts repeatedly amplified Minaj's posts with praise that used highly similar language, particularly in response to posts where authentic accounts were criticizing Minaj. Supportive comments generated by fake profiles were predominantly brief, repetitive, and low in semantic complexity, insisting largely of praising keywords and positive hashtags rather than original or substantive engagement. So I'm wondering if these are the same type of bots that was up in there pretending that they was watching that Tapussy halftime event where y'all was trying to beat Bad Bunny numbers and we all knew you couldn't. So now, other inauthentic activities surrounding Minaj included longer, more detailed comments designed to appear organic, saying, "Nicki, you are brave for living your truth. People might not always agree with what's being played out, but as an artist and watching your growth as a person is inspiring." I wonder if any of this, a lot of those bosses from Sri Lanka and India, because there'd be a lot of them that they'll be paying little rupees to, where they just be saying all this shit for a little, just a little coin tada. So they said, read one comment from a purported Minaj fan, LAX7. Okay, there's a bunch of numbers in there. And like nobody's name is who goes by LAX 7628365? I'm like, who's calling themselves that? That sounds like a damn barcode. That don't even sound like a real name. So yeah, it was deemed fake by Cyabra. Now, this pattern suggests a deliberate attempt to integrate into genuine conversations, increasing the credibility and visibility of the amplified content. Cyabra identified one day, December 26, when fake profiles made up 56% of all comments on political posts made by Minaj. Now, bot networks have become a familiar feature of modern politics since revelations of Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election, when coordinated inauthentic accounts were used to inflame divisions and manipulate online discourse. Such campaigns are now routinely detected around wars, elections, and geopolitical flashpoints, but far less often around celebrities or the music industry. The backdrop helps explain why Cyber's findings seem so peculiar. Rather than a short-lived spike tied to a single event or appearance, the company found sustained and coordinated amplification of Minaj's posts across a range of political and cultural topics over time. When Minaj posted about her support for Trump, her concern over the prosecution of Christians in Nigeria, and Newsom's perceived alignment with the trans community, the bots were there to back her up. Cyber's report shows. They also amplified her posts related to the music industry. Reps of Minaj did not respond to requests for comment. Well, y'all want her to go on a 72-hour tirade with no sleep? It's best if she don't say nothing about this. Now, Alex Brucerowitz, a media and political advisor to Trump, who considers Minaj a very close friend, who you just met not too long ago, but now y'all are close friends, fuck out of here. Told Political he has, and I was like, gun ahead, name a song, don't even look it up on Google. Told Politico he is confident there are no bots involved with the rapper's social media presence, saying Nicki has never used bot activity to promote herself on social media because she doesn't need to. Well, we all know that's a lie. She is not one of the largest fan bases of any musician that's alive today. That's not necessarily true, because a friend of mine, we weren't even talking about this conversation because this was new to me when I came up today, and he was pointing out we were going through the list of celebrities like Beyonce and Cardi B and so many others who have a bigger fan base than she does. So she's not necessarily out here rolling with, the biggest fan base. So for y'all to sit up here and spew that lie, that's BS. There's way more, but they also said that Cyber has about 85% confident that more than 18,000 profiles identified are fake. But if the company were to narrow that scope to profiles that exhibit even stronger signs of inauthenticity, the confidence level would easily rise into the 90s. Saying we always have to make sure that we play at a confidence level that's strong enough for people to rely on it and doesn't really change the narrative. So they also pointed out there, they said when the conversation is limited to toxic content, a substantially stronger amplification effect emerges. The report found these accounts predominantly amplify content produced by Nicki and Turning Point USA, indicated a notable overlap between the two within its discourse. Several of the accounts involved have previously been identified as exhibiting fake campaign-like behavior in the context of Minaj's online activity within the relating to the music industry. And it's funny how I mentioned to pussy, to Turning Point USA for short. It's funny how I mentioned that, and then they're brought up in the conversation in regards to the whole bot thing, which is like I said, they probably use, I believe they use bots during that whole Kid Rock, county fair performance that they try to pass off as a Super Bowl halftime, anti-Super Bowl halftime situation. But Nicki ain't the only